All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome again to an amazing night here with Forston Consultants. As you see, it's myself, Shay Forston, and Alex in the building, and we are going to be talking to you about all things virtual assistants, digital flow solutions, and how these businesses, these two entities came together and breathed life on everything Forston Consultants. And what better way to help others than by sharing with you the things that have made a great impact and difference in our businesses. So tonight I'm going to be here talking with you all. As you see, it's Alex and myself going live together. Derek, I gave him a coffee break today, y'all. So it's the Shay and Alex takeover because Derek has been working hard today. So we decided that we're going to jump in here and keep it consistent, right? Sharing information with you all on how you can utilize virtual assistants. So let me give you a brief introduction of who I am. Again, I am Shay Forston, co-founder of Forston Consultants, as well as Digital Flow Solutions and VA 101, where we do all things business, right? First and foremost, you know us from Forston Consultants because we are the ILF or Independent Living Facility coaches, and we have trademarked and taught that beautiful housing model to so many people all over the world, and we're seeing people's lives impacted and changed by housing people that are less fortunate. Not only do we coach on the ILF model, we are also business consultants, and we take your business from where it was and blow it out of the water with systems and softwares, and my favorite, virtual assistants. So tonight, again, welcome to you all on StreamYard, on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. We welcome you all. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat. So in the chat. We're going to literally answer your questions tonight on how virtual assistants, softwares, and systems can make a magnificent difference in your business. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you all. Actually, I'm going to let Alex introduce himself to you amazing, beautiful people. So Alex, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shay. Hi, everyone. My name is Alex Chuku from Nigeria. I am a virtual assistant to Forston Consultants and Digital Flow Solution. And what we do is what the role I play, because they actually have other virtual assistant, but personally the role I play is I build out websites for businesses, for clients in different niches. Yeah. So that is basically what I do. I build optimizable website. I do business assessment for these clients, and I'm able to build optimizable website and also help their VA. Sometimes I train their VAs on how to use this CRM, which is Digital Flow Solutions. So I'm also the live session assistant to Mr. Derek and Miss Shay. So yeah, it's gonna be an amazing evening. I'm looking forward to it, to all the questions that you guys have for us, and to also share with you how this amazing platform has been able to take our business from the stage it was to what it is today, and the advantages that this can have on your business, especially when you integrate it with your virtual assistant. So yeah, let's keep it rolling. I'm here for you guys. If you have any question, you can put it in the chat. I'm watching out for it, so I can, as much as possible, give you a prompt response to it. So thank you guys. Let's keep it rolling.
Absolutely. So Alex, you know my computer's been acting crazy. So if I get a little
Uh-oh.
staticky and frozen, can you hear me? I don't know what's going on. It's been doing that for the past couple of weeks. I'm going to have to make sure I don't have no updates. But anyway, with that being said, so Alex, I wanted to talk to people tonight about how virtual assistants, right? Um, how you all come with so much education and background. I think a lot of people hear the term virtual assistant and only think of like social media skills or being able to post and do different things on social media. So I want to interview you, Alex. How about that? Just a little interview, right? So we can let people know that Alex is a virtual assistant that came to us. We met Alex on Clubhouse, first and foremost. Big shout out to my Clubhouse fam. But Alex was is a learner. and Alex came into one of our clubhouse house rooms and heard us talking about just this conversation, which is virtual assistants. And he was like, "Hey, I want to be a virtual assistant, right?" And I'm like, "Okay, this is a new one. We're getting approached by virtual assistants on another platform." And it was pretty intriguing to see. But Alex, talk to me about your journey just briefly of, what caused you to pivot into virtual assisting and from your educational background. So tell them a little bit about your educational background and what made you make the transition into becoming a virtual assistant.
Absolutely. So for me personally, like she said, we all met on Clubhouse. I studied architecture in college, so I have a degree in architecture. So what I do is I design buildings and do structural drawings for my clients. And so immediately I finished from school, I was just looking for a way to make an income. So initially, I was working for a real estate company here, a local real estate company here in Nigeria, where I was doing design and visualization, interior visualization, working drawings for them. So, but at some point, I kind of transitioned into getting clients, like foreign clients, because due to the exchange rate. So I hopped on different platforms. I was always but most of the contracts I got was short term. All these short term
Okay.
contracts. Hey, can you do a 4 bedroom design, a 4 bedroom layout for us? And you do it, you get paid, you move on to the next client, looking for the next client. So personally, I'm someone that I have interest in real estate, in terms of listening to real estate conversation, learning about real estate investing. So this is one area that I really appreciate Clubhouse for. So I was always on Clubhouse listening to, and one thing about Clubhouse is that it actually recommends um conversation outside
Yeah.
your location. So it's not like I was searching out for real estate company in the US or something. So it just popped up and I hopped in, and things they were talking about, constantly talking about, was interesting to me. So, and I knew that from my background, these are things that I could do. I was able to identify opportunity. That was one thing. I was able to identify the
Yeah.
opportunity, and whenever I see an opportunity, I try to shoot my shot. So I shot my shot and I got lucky. And yeah, that was from there on. That was the rest of the story. We did the interviews, and from my experience, I've also been a writer at some point. I've done so many things. I've been a writer.
Right.
I've used AI to do copywriting for companies. So all these skills kind of merged together is gave
Yes.
me that edge to become a general virtual assistant, whereby um, I've I've been able to build the skill of ability to learn. So I think ability to learn is a skill on its own, whereby you're given a new thing, or you meet a new skill or a software or something you need to do, and you can learn it in just a week. Not everyone has that skill. So, but personally, I'm blessed
Yep.
enough to be able to learn quickly. So I got exposed to new system, new softwares, but I didn't shy away from it. I wasn't scared of it. I was open to the challenge, and yeah, here we are today
Let's
working
talk about
together.
that. Let's talk about that because you mentioned something that I think a lot of people kind of get a little frazzled with when it comes to hiring a virtual assistant, right? You said something about learning new skills and learning new tools. When you first came in for Forston Consultants, of course, you were, excuse me, not Forston Consultants. When you first came into VA 101, you were pretty, new to us, new to our model, new to the ILF model, new to everything, and especially working long term, because like you say, you did more short term gigs as a virtual assistant. And y'all don't be trying to back channel my Alex, okay? He's me and Derek's Alex, our virtual assistant. You cannot steal him. No, I'm just messing. But with that, like you said, you did more short term gigs and stuff. But when it came over
Yeah,
to transitioning into Forston Consultants, this was a whole different niche. This is something that one you've never really understood, well, not understood, but never really kind of heard of as a teachable model or trainable model until you came
Absolutely.
into Forston Consultants. What would you say? But you learned very quickly, and that's like no joke. Alex, his initial onboarding with us was not directly attached to Forston Consultants. Alex was a VA under the VA 101 umbrella. What ended up happening is Alex was sourced out to another client who in turn had worked with Alex for a while, but things took a turn in their business. And it was so funny because Alex, I don't know if I ever told you this. When we got to the point of really building the digital flow solutions, I was like, man, this would be a great job for Alex. And this is because I knew, I saw you go through the process through VA 101. I saw you manage other people's accounts within VA 101. And as an overseer and co-owner of VA 101, I had that opportunity to kind of observe you from a background. So when the opportunity came up for us to build VA digital flow solutions, it was like, bring Alex on board. And then I was like, well, I can't just go stealing Alex from somebody. And it just so happened the next day, you guys, I had a conversation with Derek, and the next day, Alex pops up into the clubhouse room, and I'm like, ha, Alex, I need to talk to you. And so found out that he was completing his assignment with that other client. So that was boom, fireworks. But at the same time, you stepped into digital flow solutions not knowing anything about digital flow solutions. And you stated about virtual assistants being pliable. I'm going to use that word, very pliable, being able to understand and learn different tasks and softwares or systems. Talk to me about that learning, uh, that process, because it's ongoing, right? So, but
Yeah.
tell me a little bit of how that worked and how you felt through that process, because I want to talk, as we talk about this, I'm going to make a point to people that are here or that will watch this room later that has VAs, because for y'all that don't know, we do have personal groups that we keep private groups in. So we have discussions in our private communities. And this is going to be a great conversation that, when those people jump in, they'll be like, ah, that's what Shay meant by that. But long story short, I want you to kind of talk about that transition, because I want to pinpoint something out on that.
Yeah, definitely. I think one of the characteristics of a VA is ability to be open-minded. So, being open-minded means, in fact, a virtual assistant is more like a general term if you look at it, because you never know. Like any client can need you. It could be a mechanic. It could be a restaurant. It could be, so you should just be ready for anything. So that was
Yeah.
originally my mindset, knowing that okay, if I want to become a general virtual assistant outside my field of study in college, then I need to be open-minded. So it, for the ILF model, mainly what we do here in my local country, in my country, is mostly just buy and hold real estate, then you can resell
Mm-hmm.
later, or you can buy and develop, and then yeah, you can do some rentals. But this model of housing is something that I have never heard of before joining the Forston Consultants. So it was an entirely different model that I knew that I had to learn from scratch. But one of the things that helped me is that already there were systems on ground in terms of the ILF mastery blueprint, the webinars. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just got a hold of the webinar and I watched the two webinars. It helped me to kind of get a basic understanding of how the model works. So yeah, I think for every VA is just about being open-minded that anything could come along, and being ready to learn. So
Yeah.
for me, it was a challenge. I saw it as a challenge. Do you need this? How much do you need this? And how much can you contribute your energy and time to this? And as I kept learning, I kept seeing how much I don't know. How much room there is for me to learn, how much more room there is for me to learn. So it's more like an ongoing, like, even till today I'm still learning
Right.
new things on DFS. And I think one other thing that helped me to learn faster is being in the position to also teach others. You know,
That's
when
good.
yeah, exactly, being in a position to teach others, whereby people come to you for with inquiries. Hey, how can I do this? Hey, how can I do this? So that on its own has put me in a position to do more research. Over the weekend, I do more research. I know that people are depending on me, for this particular thing. People are going to come to me to
Mhm.
learn certain things, so I don't need to disappoint. So I just have to be on top of my game. Yeah, so that all those
Wow.
have helped me to learn faster and to yeah to embrace learning. That's just what it is.
Yeah, and that's a like why I asked that question is because I think a lot of times people um look at a virtual assistant based on skills, right? And the basic skills I think is the foundation of are fundamental. Knowing what you can do, but also being able to partner with a virtual assistant that you can challenge, or even say, "Hey, this is my vision. This is my idea. This is what I want to do. Are you willing to partner with me on this to learn it?" I think a lot of times people get into the space of wanting virtual assistants and they just want someone that's task oriented, but they don't see the bigger picture, right? Um, and
Yeah.
and I wanted to land here for a second because this is a key point of why we pour so much into VA 101. VA 101 is our VA staffing agency that we personally use. Derek and I, we don't hire from outside any longer. Our first two virtual assistants did come from an external organization, but now we've got great virtual assistants that came and assisted us and was like, let's build our own because we know what we want. We know what we're looking for. So what that has helped us to do is kind of not just have a virtual assistant, but now we have partners, right? Alex is a partner to Derek and myself and Forston Consultants, to VA 101, to Digital Flow Solutions, because not only did we say, hey, we're looking for an employee, we're looking for a partner. We're going to sit down, we're going to cast vision. We're going to sit down and we're going to ask, are you willing to learn? Are you willing? These are questions and things that we discuss in our in the process of purchasing, or not purchasing, that's so in the process of getting a virtual assistant through VA 101 is making sure that you understand the importance of how to vet the appropriate assistant or partner with, for your business. So, with that said, Alex is all about a challenge, and that is something that we kind of really look for when we're looking for virtual assistants in anyone's business. So, what I want to talk about, Alex, is a little bit about the process of VA 101. And like tonight is all it's going to be like information overload, right? Hey, Miss Joanne, I see you just joined, and hello to everybody again. I see people popping in on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I wanted to say hello personally to you all. If you have any questions, we're going to start off tonight's conversation, all things virtual assistants and VA101.co. This is our Tuesday night, all about business. And tonight it's me and Alex are holding down the fort. So we are just going to sit here and talk. I'm doing a little interviewing with Alex, kind of getting an understanding of where he's been and how he's become a virtual assistant. But all of that wraps around again into why it is so amazing to get virtual assistants from and through VA101.co, which we get the honor and privilege to oversee and run. But with that, what we just talked about, Alex, the what I love about VA 101 is the process that our team has implemented that gives our end user or the client the opportunity to walk through this process with someone that has extensive experience in, one, being a virtual assistant, and two, having us on the other side as being the client of virtual assistants, right? What makes it even better is the fact that, like, again, you get both perspectives. Tara and Amber are killing it from the virtual assistant side. Where their process is for the virtual assistant that's coming into VA 101, magnificent. And they're going to help guide you in that because, again, they know what to look for as executive virtual assistants. And then you've got myself and Derek on the other hand, and other members within the VA 101 community that are clients to these amazing virtual assistants that are going to give you ongoing information in our private community, where we're going to talk about things and ways to kind of navigate through the virtual assistant space. So that's what I love about it. Another thing with our VA 101 program is you're never alone, right? We've got people that have virtual assistants from every walk of life. You don't have to just be an ILF owner, operator to have a virtual assistant. Any business can benefit from a virtual assistant. Hey, everybody, everybody's popping in, boy. Hey, Rita. Hey, Angela. But what I wanted to talk about was some of the niches that we've seen people vetted for within VA 101. So we want you to know that it's not just only about the virtual assistant that does the ILF or the HRA. It's about the virtual assistant that can write grants. I don't know if they heard me on that one, Alex. They didn't. I don't think they heard me on that one. What about the grant writer? What about the smaller, your startup nonprofit that's looking to get some help in the grant writing industry, right? Virtual assistants. I have one. I have a nonprofit, and I have a virtual assistant who does write grants. They're looking for the grants, they're sourcing the grants, they're bringing them to me and saying, hey, this is an alignment with our organization. Let's talk about this particular company and partnership. Or, hey, let's look at this and blah, 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 blah. So it gives you that sounding board, right? Not only that, my grant writing VA started at the amazing hourly rate. Remember, I said I'm a startup nonprofit of $5 an hour. $5 an hour. That's not gonna, like, I can literally sacrifice my Starbucks every so often. I can sacrifice something to make sure I can put that investment into someone with a skill set and an ability to help me reach a goal. So there's where that big, amazing, that partnership aspect comes in. Not only do we have virtual assistants, like our VA 101 blew my mind. When we first started, our mindset was not, I'm going to be honest, guys, it was not to just source everybody with virtual assistants. The VA 101 came into about because we saw a need for our clients from the ILF standpoint to be able to get things done. We have a lot of people that we partner with that work, are full-time employees as well as full-time entrepreneurs. So what better way than to show them that there's an ability for us to train somebody for a specific thing that we train them to do as their consultant. But then it got bigger than that. So then we started getting the phone calls from other individuals saying, hey, my friend got a virtual assistant from you and she's knocking it out the park. I see the social media that's being done. I see this that's being done. And what ended up happening is our team was just like, let's do it. Partnership once again, right, Alex? There we go with partnership.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's do it. If this is what people need, we have the time, we have the tools to go out there, vet, and train. So not only I'm not talking about just your code caller. We have VAs that code call. We have VAs that know how to do pure lead. Sorry, here goes the bubbles. Lead generation. We've got VAs that know how to do, again, grant writing, website building, social media marketing, all sorts, personal assistants. We've got virtual assistants now. Like you said, Alex, you've got a skill set in writing, in copywriting. So we've got virtual assistants right now working for huge organizations that we never once even could have fathomed that we would make it to this point, right? But what we've been able to do is, again, it's like creating this synergy between the client and the virtual assistant. What a lot of people don't know is that people end up getting virtual assistants a lot of times and they don't pay them, or they go to these different companies and they flake out on the virtual assistant. And what we've been doing and priding ourselves at VA 101 is being able to really create a good matching synergy between the virtual assistant and the client. And that has really taken us to the next level. And that's just an honest blessing from God that because this was never our intent, right? It was never the intention. It was just like, listen, we need our people to be successful and help them manage what they're doing in this space. And it just took off in another space. So that long story was to pretty much just tell you that VA 101 can provide you with any VA need. We've got virtual assistants that are working for investigative reporters, doing all of their, their B-roll and long form footage editing, and I mean, just mind blowing. We've got virtual assistants that are working as editors for for authors, for literally like not, I'm not talking about just an ebook, or I'm talking about authors that write books per year. And this has just been a blessing through partnership with our team at va101.co. And that is our virtual assistants as well as our clients, because our clients give us the opportunity that they put the trust in our team. And then we're able to go ahead and, bring everybody together for that opportunity to grow and scale. Alex, I know a lot of people feel that having a virtual assistant is so far outside of their reach, right? Um, and then when they hear us talk about the hourly that we're starting at, and I do say start at, because our virtual assistants start at $5 an hour, and that's just for, that's depending on the skill set, depending on what the tasks are. So we get with you to make sure that you're getting the right talent. So Alex, when someone comes to you with that dollar amount in US dollars, talk to them, because I want people to see that we're not taking advantage of anybody. We're not, we're not trying to be crazy with our, with trying to short someone, but I want you to explain to them, like, how does that benefit you all in your, in your respective countries, and when it comes to the finances.
Okay. In terms of the finances, I think the benefit is the difference in geographical location, and why that difference exists is due to the level of development. Like the US, for instance, is far more developed than Nigeria in terms of infrastructural development, in terms of certain systems and the way that it works over there and the way it works over here. So there, that gap exists, and provided that gap exists, so what remote working helps to do for us is that it creates that, like, it kind of create that opportunity whereby you can work for another you can work for clients in a very different economy, and then when you exchange it over here, it has like a lot more meaning than working for
Yeah.
the same client here. For instance, working for a real estate client here, you won't earn as much as like working for, let's say, $5 an hour over there. Like, to earn what you're earning for $5 an hour, it has to be like a high end, like I don't know.
Yeah,
It
like
just Yeah,
executive level, right? Like kind of
yeah,
executive level.
exactly. You've gotten your MSc or PhD, and
Wow.
something like that. So it's that is just it. I think that's one of the greatest things that technology has done for most
Yeah.
third or second world countries, because it gives you technology and education, basically, because if you're not educated, you won't be able to spot the opportunity that exists online. So yeah, that difference is what gives it value, so that when you exchange it, you're still able to afford basic things. Like, let's say the rent right now that
Mm-hmm.
most ILF charge per month from their clients, like per month, the monthly charge, I think the monthly charge, 2 months of the ILF for one bed space can pay a year rent right here. 2 months.
Really?
Yeah. It can
So
pay.
2 months at six. So
Let,
my math is a
let's
little
say,
janky.
yeah, let's say at $700, 2 months of it can pay a year rent in some, depending on the area. But in some basic areas it can pay the rent for 1 full year. So someone right here can think and be like, wow, this is what people are paying monthly, or this is what people are paying, like,
Wow.
it's just unbelievable. But what makes it that what creates that difference is the geographical location, like I
Yeah.
said, the difference in the system. So it's more like, for remote workers, it's a win-win situation for the both of us. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a win-win situation. So yeah, it's totally fine. Yeah.
I love having these conversations because I think like we talk a lot about what we do and how we utilize virtual assistants, but what I love about having these opportunities to have conversations like this is it gives people an inside peek of what we don't see in our regular day to day, right? Um, People don't realize like we're so stuck in our US bubble at times that we forget about what goes on outside of the United States of America. For me, Derek and I, when we first got in the space of utilizing virtual assistants and we started seeing, you know, when you came in from Nigeria, when we had um another young lady come in from Egypt, we had another young lady, and then we had Pakistan, then we have now, we've got the Philippines. We immersed ourselves, what we tried our hardest to immerse ourselves in getting better acquainted um with each person's their geography. What is it like, what is lifestyle like, what is going on, so that way we know how to engage and interact. So when people are looking at virtual assistants, I think a tip that I can give to you all that are going to go this route is kind of get an understanding of where your virtual assistant is from. Find out, what's their likes, their dislikes, what holidays do they celebrate that we have no clue about, right? These are things that are so beneficial. And it helps you to not only evolve in business, it helps you to evolve in relationship. It gives you a different understanding of cultures. It gives you a different understanding of all. It just makes you well rounded. And I love that. Like, this is exciting for me because I get to share this conversation with Alex with you all, because this is something that me and Derek, we ask our virtual assistants a whole bunch of questions. So for y'all to be able to enjoy this conversation with us, I just want you all to see the benefits of having that remote worker or that virtual assistant. I did post something in Instagram earlier, Alex, and I said, have you ever looked at your budget and said, my business can't hire anyone at the moment? I think a lot of people do that with startups, either startups or just your smaller business entities. And they feel that, certain things are outside of their reach. If I was to try to hire somebody, Alex, right now today to put in your role from the US, um, I'm gonna be real, my business will not be running or operational. Just being very transparent, because we would not be able to afford it. I mean, it will be, I think what we've seen is a huge influx in our hourly the market for employees and good employees. A lot of people don't realize that, COVID and going through a lot of what we went through, there was this new norm of, yes, remote working, but then everything got, like, our finances, everything here in the US did like this whole flip-flop thing. And when I talk about everything went sky high through the roof, everything, including people's requests for wages. And a lot of people aren't finding great quality employees. They're finding people that want a paycheck, but they're not finding people with the skill set. They're not finding people with the grit. We're not finding people that have the compassion or passion for what they do. And I think that the flow for remote workers are going to continue to increase because of again, what I just said, we're not seeing here, and especially not for the dollar amount. It doesn't work. It doesn't benefit us. We end up putting ourselves in holes by hiring the wrong person consistently, or the person that looks great on paper until they come into the office and you're like, oh, life of the party. What did I just do? But again, this is it's wild to see the differences. So If y'all have questions, this is me and Alex. It's our takeover night. We kicked Derek to the curb. We told him go sit down somewhere, and we were gonna just have some conversation on again virtual assistants, digital flow solutions, and talking about the utilizing both in business. Tonight, I just took a different approach by having a true, genuine conversation with Alex. You all see him here with us on our live streams every Monday and Tuesday, and I wanted you all to kind of see what it's like to, from the VA's perspective, what is it like to be a virtual assistant? What causes a virtual assistant from overseas to even be attracted to a remote position for someone in the US? So if you have any questions, all my Instagram peeps, my YouTube, Facebook, come on over, bring them up, and let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I do see
So
something here. Go ahead, Alex.
yeah, so I think it's the virtual assistants and remote working in quotes. I think is like I said before, is a win-win situation, because
Yeah,
right now businesses can actually start out on um like reduce cost of labor, reduce cost of employment. So and it actually helps you to scale faster than, being
yeah,
the only person thinking about the strategy, thinking about what you need to implement for your business, and also doing the implementation, doing the graphic design, doing the posting, doing the web update, doing the code outreach.
yeah,
So yeah, I think for business owners in the US, this is an opportunity for you to actually have someone on your team who is able to assist you with all these tasks, and who is able to be a shoulder or a partner to lean on while building your business as you go along. Unlike before, whereby you have to probably hire someone on site, or
yeah.
someone from your location. So it's a win-win.
It is. It really is. So I do see Nisi says, Shay, I'm gonna post it. Let me put it up. I keep forgetting that we can do this. She said her and her VA have they do this all the time. They set aside time to catch up on culture talks weekly and share information. And I love that because it helps us to get a better insight. It helps us to navigate where you're at, right? It helps you to navigate your virtual assistant, finding out if they're okay. Are you good? Is everything okay around, in your area? Just having that communication and that conversation is amazing. So hats off to you, Nisi. I love that. Um, let's see. I'm trying to see. Oh, Tom for buys houses. Said you nailed it. I nailed what I need. Startup for nonprofit. So I want to. I just want to just specify on this. So when it comes to the startup, my virtual assistant did not start up for me. I did all of the preliminary work. Now, there are some virtual assistants that you can get that do know how to do everything. For me, that was, again, when I first started with my nonprofit organization, virtual assistant who I didn't think that I could afford it, didn't have a clue how I would utilize them, and never even thought to even go that route. So but now with what I know, yes, you can get a virtual assistant that has that skill set. But what you want to make sure of as well with that is that you're vetting the right person. You know what your vision is, you know what your end goal is, and that you can articulate that very effectively so that that individual can truly run with your vision. Like write the vision, make it plain, right? So he that readeth can run with it. And that's what you want when it comes to looking for a virtual assistant for this particular task, right? We've done it several times because I'm personally utilizing a virtual assistant within my nonprofit organization. But knowing what you need your virtual assistant to do. Let's see. Tom said, what's the turnaround time for the VA to start if VA 101 does the training? So when it comes to training, we do not train our virtual assistants on grant writing. What our job is to go out there and find you a virtual assistant that possesses those skills. Our team is going to vet that individual. Prime example, they're going to make sure that they do possess the skills that they state that they have. That means my team, where like if it's Alex, and or if it's Tara, they're gonna look through the weeds. They're gonna go through their background. They're gonna have specific tasks that they set for them to do in order to make sure that they're meeting those goals. Now, when it comes to training, we train all of our virtual assistants in the HRA, we and the ILF model. So all of the virtual assistants from VA 101 that are coming geared for our VA 10, excuse me, our HRA and ILF clients are trained by our internal ILF VAs. So they are doing that training with either Jess, who's running Second Chance Housing, and Tara and Amber, like those individuals that know what's going on. That is where that training comes from. But for the most part, all of our other VAs we vet. So our virtual assistants are looking in their, they've got affiliations. I'm looking for the right words. They've got affiliations with different organizations, different facilities that virtual assistants come into us from, and that's where we source those the quality staff that you're looking for a virtual assistant. But the turnaround time, depending on again what you're looking for. I've had people that get a VA within 5 days, but for the most part, we say give us 10 to 15 days because we don't want to just give you a virtual assistant. I'm going to talk to you a little bit what our process looks like, Tom. So our process at VA 101 starts off with, again, you come to us, hey, this is, you're going to get a job form that says, I'm looking for a VA that can do this, and this. We're going to, a member of our team, if they see that it's very broad and they feel like they need to have a conversation with you to kind of gather more information, they'll jump on a Zoom with you and talk it out with you. If they need any extra assistance, they usually call myself or Derek into that. We don't see that often, but certain people will say, hey, I really have this idea and this is blah, 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 and I'll jump in on the call with them. But what happens is they gather that information and they're going to utilize the information that you've given them to go out and now find the best match for you. Now, what they're going to do is they're not just going to come back and say, hey, here's a VA I got for you. I found for you. Have at it. Have fun. That's not our process. They're going to also walk alongside of you with the interview process. The goal is to bring more than one virtual assistant your way. So we're looking at quality over quantity. So we try to keep it narrow in search, 2 to 3 virtual assistants that you will now get the opportunity to meet and interview. A member of our team will be a part of that interview with you because a lot of times people have never worked with virtual assistants. So our team is going to be on that call with you, and they're going to ask questions that a lot of people do not think to ask a remote worker because they know. They may ask, hey, what is your computer internet speed? What is, they're going to ask questions. You're going to be like, why are you asking that? Because again, Alex just told you, we're in completely different continents. There is a difference between Wi-Fi here and Wi-Fi there. There's differences there may be, rolling scheduled power outages. These are things that our team's going to help you walk through to understand, again, how to work with this virtual assistant effectively and efficiently for your business. So once that is done, our team also does an onboarding with you, which is all of the softwares and systems. We don't want you to just hire a virtual assistant. This person is a part of your team, is a part of your organization. So they are a quote unquote full-time employee, right? They clock in, they clock out. You want to make sure that they're doing the job that you require them to do. So there's softwares that help us to maintain that information and follow up on that. So our team tells you what softwares those are. They not only tell you what it is, but they walk you through those softwares. They're going to show you how to utilize them, how to get the best use out of them. They're going to also teach you and walk you through setting up like your virtual assistant schedule, setting up certain accesses that your virtual assistant may need. Our team does not leave you high and dry. And with that, again, you have access to our team. If you have any issues, our team is available. You can reach out to Amber. Amber's going to say, hey, do we need to set up a meeting? We're also available to you for conflict resolution. There's times that people, again, there's 2 different cultures here that are trying to come together for one common goal. There's times that we may have to come in and help you all navigate just a share, just information given, right? So our team is very hands-on in the VA selection process with you, as well as helping you to navigate having a virtual assistant and working it out, working it out day by day. So that's part of what we do. And we say give us 10 to 15 days to make sure that we're finding the right uh, VA for you. And again, we've had people that have very specific needs, i.e., are the investigative reporter. There's times like for him, like it took us a little bit of time to find a specific person to meet the need that he was looking for. But we let him know, hey, this is very unique. You know, you have a really interesting ask in this virtual assistant. Give us about give us give us a little time because we're going to really roll down. We got to roll over some stones to find this diamond in the rough for you. And it worked well. It took us about, I'm going to say it took close to a month, but can I tell you that individual has been working with their VA now for 8 months and reached out to us, I think 2 weeks ago, because I said it. We were in a live and he actually sent me a message while we were in the live. It came through VA 101, Alex. And he's like, hey, so I've got 2 great virtual assistants. I need one more.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's like, I'm willing to wait the month. I'm willing to wait 2 months. It don't matter how long it takes, but please, if you can replicate the 2 that you just sent me that I've been working with, I'm ready for another one. And now a lot of his cohorts in that industry are looking for virtual assistants. So now guess what we have to do? We have to figure out a way to train them. So now this is where the mindset, this is how you grow a business. So like now it's like, okay, we're seeing that this is such a specific niche that we're going to have to see if Tara and Amber can come up with some type of way along with this individual who's well willing to be a partner, because there's so many people that are doing what he does that didn't know that this was accessible to them, that they could have access to a virtual assistant to do a lot of this stuff that they need. So long story short, Tom, it can take 10 days. We say give us 10 days. But for the most part, like I said, it depends on how many individuals we already have ready that have been vetted, that fit the description of what your business is looking for. Sometimes we have people that are ready to go out immediately, ready to go. So, and then some days we really have to, like for this reporter, we've got to go searching. We've got to, come up with different, a different demographic and look for those individuals. But for the most part, our team has been very successful and I'm super proud of them because they are very they are passionate about making sure that they get the right VA for the job. And that's what I love. They are very passionate. We got some questions going on in here. Trying to keep up. Alex, I'm trying to keep up. Perfect. So Michaela asked, how do you give VAs access to your emails or information without giving them your passwords? So Michaela, there are several different platforms that you can utilize. For us, we utilized LastPass. There are other password sharing softwares. LastPass was something that's my thing is always look for the most economical, right? Because most people that we coach and train are looking to keep things lean, financially lean. So I look for products that are very lean and cost effective, but give you the best results for that interaction with your virtual assistant. LastPass was one of them. But what we've done now is with Digital Flow Solutions, which we'll be talking about pretty soon, we've been able to kind of alleviate some of that stuff when it comes to sharing for social media, emails, phone access, different things like that. We've literally built it within our CRM to where everything is housed under the CRM. And your virtual assistant, depending on what you need them to do and what their role will be, everything is housed in that CRM. So they don't really have to navigate outside to send an email to do different things. But another thing, if you are utilizing a domain-based email, you can give someone access through the access portal or the settings in that domain that will allow them to create their own password, own stuff for that said account. but you can also retract that information at any time. So I hope that answered your question, Michaela. If it did, just put a number of 1 in the chat so I know that I answered your question. All right. So yeah, so virtual assistants are amazing. What can a virtual assistant do for any business? Again, they can be someone that does lead generation. They can be someone that follows up with your current clientele base. They are someone that they can literally find ways for improvement. Thank you, Michaela. They can find ways to help you improve what you already have that's existing. I say this so often. A lot of times we get into this is my business. I created this process and it works immaculately. But when you have a virtual assistant that now comes into your business and you can take a step back and view your process from a different perspective, you can now see flaws in the process. And I love that because it helps you to um, fix what's broken that you didn't know was broken because you got so used to, being robotic and doing something consistently. Virtual assistants can also take a lot of the heavy lifting, the weight off of your shoulders. And don't forget, our virtual assistants at VA 101 start at $5. Their operating hourly wages start at $5 an hour. We vet, train, and endorse. That endorse fee for one VA is $6.97. And that doesn't just come with us saying, hey, that gives our team all of the access to everything they need to do um, while they're vetting that VA, checking for backgrounds, checking prior work history, making sure they have what they need to be your virtual assistant. And then again, bringing them to you to interview and follow up to make sure that we're bridging that gap. Yeah, so I'm excited about virtual assistants. I see Tom has another question, so we are going to go ahead and answer these questions, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, Tom. We can definitely do a run through. So I tell people all the time, if you are interested in digital flow solutions and knowing what we do at that, I'll go over it here today. Brief, I'm gonna try to be like Derek says, don't go so techie, Alex. We can't be techie. We got to keep it, but no,
Simple.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I get so excited when I talk about digital flow solutions or VA 101. So it's hard to make it, simple because there's so much that it can do. But for the most part, what I like to do is schedule a business assessment call because that way that'll help me to know what your business already has, what are your needs, and we can kind of configure the parts of VA of digital flow solutions that you need operational. VA why do I keep saying VA 101? Digital Flow Solutions starts at $37 a month, and that is with a $97 setup fee. But what that allows us to do is, again, either bring your current existing website over to the platform, or we can build it out for you and give you access and hosting. Um, but the big daddy is the 297, and that one, it gives you all access to everything. Thanks, Alex. It gives you access to everything. That's your CRM tool with all of the background stuff that you need, emails, SMS, being able to um, put your people in different subcategories, like being able to identify the people that are coming into your business, being able to house or host multiple websites, being able to create, you have a special event coming up. You don't have to throw it on your main website. You can just do a landing page with all of the information needed for this particular event. So Digital Flow Solutions is built out based on our clients' needs. So we try to do that one-on-one with you to see what you're looking for, what you're needing in a CRM. Most people that are not very, I'm going to not say not very business savvy, but depending on what you're looking for. And this is why I love the fact that we merge in the VA with the 297 plan, because you now have the opportunity to really build out and create your marketing flow and platform with that virtual assistant. The Digital Flow Solutions platform is so marketing based that it's truly that lead generation, follow up. Man, Alex, it's everything you need within a system to help you get the word out about what you do and be consistent with what you do. I mean, that's the basic way of saying it. I hope that's the easiest way to say it.
Yeah.
But let's tell them
I
about each
mean,
one, Alex. Go ahead.
okay. Yeah, so digital flow solution is actually is great. One of the good things I like about digital flow solution is that it is optimizable for businesses of all sizes and different niches. So no matter what you do, this is for you. Like, you need your business to be out there. You need your business to compete in terms of
Mhm.
SEO, in terms of the Google rankings. Like, for instance, the startup survey for small businesses which just want to like get be out there. Okay, I just need a website. So um um and just to note, each of these packages, startup survey, inbox innovator, and the business icon, all comes with a website. So that means that you're not just getting the CRM, we're actually building out a website for you. So yeah, that is just it. Not just about the CRM, we also build a website. And for the startup survey, we have the website, the chat widget, which is yeah, the is more like a chat on your website that anytime someone comes, it's like a lead generation tool. So anytime someone comes, they can just easily send an inquiry or just type on it, and you get it directly on your phone. Because digital flow solution, we have our app, which is the lead connector app that integrate all your social media to one place, including the chat widget. So if someone gets on your website to make an inquiry, you don't need to go through Wix, the back end of Wix,
Right.
in order to see the messages on the chat widget. It actually comes directly into your phone like a message or like an email. So that is one thing that Digital Flow Solution offers you. Then the missed call text back feature for the startup savvy also. We are all busy, we miss a lot of business calls, but what is your strategy in terms of getting with these people? When you miss a call, do you have to call them back? How do they feel? Because it's businesses right now is all about client experience. What experience are you giving your clients? So that is what, like Michelle already said, that DFS is mainly is optimized for marketing. So is optimized to give your clients that experience, that you value them. So that is what Miss Call Text Back does. Hey, we miss your call. How can we help you? When they get that
Right.
automated message, when they call you, you don't pick, and they get an automated message, hey, we miss your call, how can we help you? I mean, that shows follow up. And you don't get to lose that person, or you don't get to forget. You come back to a message from that person, hey, okay, I needed this. So I think that makes great sense,
Yeah. And I
as
like the
well
fact
as
that it's
uh-huh.
I like the fact sorry, Alex. I like the fact that it's a text back because what it now
Yeah.
gives it does that person doesn't have to stay in front of their computer, right? They don't
Hmm.
have to be in front of or even if it's on their mobile device, sometimes it'll time out and get glitchy. What happens with that text back is it's exactly that. It's an SMS. So they're getting a response to you saying, "Hey, you're sorry, we missed your call, but we value you and want to help." You know, that way they're not going down the Google pipeline, right? Who's next, right?
Yeah.
You didn't answer my call, so who's next? So I love that
Hmm.
because a lot of times a lot of people the widgets are are web based and you have to stay on the website in order to maintain the communication or that
Yeah.
dialogue. So that's something that I love about that. And that's probably Derek's favorite. That's Derek's favorite component of
Definitely.
digital flow solutions is that man, if we miss a call, we need to make sure somebody and they get that. So I love that.
Hmm.
Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, so that is it. And also, you have the reputation management.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is more like to help you to rank better when people search out for your business name on Google. What comes out, or when people search for your niche, when people search for the product or the services that you offer, do you come up on Google? So what enables you to build your ranking on Google? DFS gives you that opportunity to
Yeah.
automate that reputation request, that review request. So maybe after concluding a transaction with your client, it can automatically send a review request. Hey, can you give us a 5-star review on this? And then not just that, you can actually dispute negative requests. So that is where the management comes in, reputation
Yeah.
management. So not just every request can pop up on your Google, because someone can just be trying to discredit your business when, like, just for no reason, so you can actually manage what shows up on your Google ranking, all with digital flow solutions. So these are just some of the key features for this offer, because we can't actually put it on all on this slide, but we have an explainer PDF, like you can see on the slider below. You can text CRM to the number below to actually get the explainer PDF, and also book a free
Yeah.
business evaluation call with us.
I always tell people this, Alex, when you are going to book that that call with us, make sure you allot yourself. We say 30 minutes. But Alex and I, once you get us on one of these assessment calls and we find out what you need, it's so easy to cast vision. That is something that we both love to do. And it's we enjoy it so much. So I say, you're gonna be happily you're gonna be well pleased with that assessment. We help you, we show you the inner workings of digital flow solutions, and we also show you the importance and how you can build things out. Prime example, our team did something so fun the other day. We've been talking about it, and I've been building it in everybody else's system, but we have not built it in our own. And that is, I call it what money's left on the table, right? I call it where's the money left on the table, but it's technically the real name for it is your pipeline, right? So it's telling you what's happening in your business, and you can allocate a dollar amount to those things. So prime example, let's say Tom comes in for an assessment. We see that he's very interested in the 297 plan. Once we do the assessment with Tom, we can put that in our pipeline as someone that we know, or not we, but my team can follow up on, so that we're bringing things to the finish line, right? So it's literally like having on the dashboard of your CRM, or your CRM, where people are in your process. Are they just inquiring? You can move people through the lead process. Like, is it a hot lead, a warm lead? Are they just inquiring? Are they still on the fence? So that way you know how to market. Again, hence the whole thing. This is a marketing platform. It helps you to market. These are platforms that a lot of bigger companies have been using for a long time. And the cost was just so out of this world that, people like the regular new business or the entrepreneur that needs these things were unable to obtain because of the cost. But now with Digital Flow Solutions, you have access. Just saying. You have access to these same things that a lot of your big companies are utilizing, that allow them to market and market effectively and efficiently. So I love that.
Yeah.
Go for it, Alex. Explain the inbox innovator.
Yeah, just to add to like what you said about the opportunity management, like the pipeline. I think one of the things it does is that it helps reduce the communication time between I myself and my bosses. Like right now, if
Yeah.
if Michelle wants to know like how many people, what website I'm working on, what clients I'm working on, what clients are completed, she can just go to the dashboard area and see, oh, Alex have completed this. She can drop a task for me. Hey, Alex, do this. She can put a timeline for the task, when the task is gonna be overdue. So most times, us talking like personally is more like if I need clarification on a
Right.
particular task, or if we just need to cast vision, or if we just need to rub minds over something. But basically everyone knows what to do. Your VA knows what to do. When they come in, they see what you've given them to do, and they can easily move from there. Yeah, so speaking on the inbox innovator, you can see some of the key features, which are the social planner, email marketing, opportunities management, like we've talked about, and the calendar. For the social planner, it helps you integrate all your social media platforms to this one platform. Like Michelle explained earlier, you might not like you yeah we utilize LastPass for some things, but DFS right now gives you that room. Your if you want, if the reason for giving your VA access is to access to make postings, right now I don't think it's really necessary, because what you just need to do is to integrate your social media platform to DFS. Once that integration has been done, we add your VA as a staff under your sub account, and from there your VA can make posting from the social planner. He just goes there,
Exactly.
put the graphic design that he has already created, and then put the caption. You can schedule it to post later. You can make it go out now. You can, like, literally anything you want without actually sharing the password. So that is one of the advantages of the
Yeah.
social planner. And yeah, beyond that, you can, all every conversation coming from your social media actually pulls up in your conversation tab. So
Talk about
and
it. Wait,
yeah.
wait, 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 wait. So you mean I don't have to go to Meta? I don't have to go
Mhm.
to all of these other platforms to see, there goes the balloons, y'all. I don't have to go to all of these different platforms in order to find these. Mind blown. I'm telling you, because
No.
now you can keep a conversation consistent. Whether this
Hmm.
person is interacting with you from Facebook or from Instagram, it can literally pull all of the information into that one contact. And now that
Yeah.
conversation or that dialogue stays consistent. So prime example, let's say Tom decides that he's gonna hit me up on Instagram. I can now pull his Instagram information into his contact card, and it merges everything that we're going to talk about in that one place, so that conversation
Yeah.
never leaves his contact card within the CRM. This is the amazement about CRM systems that I think a lot of people lose focus on, or really just don't know the importance or the impact that they have in keeping a customer's information consistent and in one location. Because if I'm
Yeah.
emailing Tom from Forston Consultants, and then I'm emailing him on, I'm emailing him from Forston Consultants, and then we're having a conversation over here in Facebook, it there's a lot that can get lost in the dialogue.
Yeah.
And what a CRM, an effective CRM system can do is bring all of that information in one place and keep your information consistent, that conversation and that dialogue consistent. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Alex.
Michelle, and I actually want you to talk a little bit about, like, today was like a case study. We had, I don't know if it's same over there in the US, if Facebook and Instagram was
It
like
did.
down. If it, like, I mean, I want you to talk about the importance of having a backup system database, like a CRM, whereby you have all your clients, you can actually reach out to them. So prime example, if Facebook and Instagram disappeared today, a lot of businesses that don't have a CRM, they don't have
You
a
better
backup, are
preach.
really, man, they're gonna be like, they're going to be running helter skelter. So, but if you have that backup, you have that
Yeah.
information, their
Yeah.
email, you can actually reach out to them again on a personal basis and build that reconnection. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, hmm,
Yeah, I'd love to talk about this because we're actually working with a client that we've. Can you imagine what that said client went through today? We have
uh
a
oh,
client that's an influencer and does amazing work, but everything that they have is on social media. Nothing is outside of social media. We always talk about the importance of having access to the people that follow you, trust you like your brand. If you do not have a way to effectively communicate to those individuals other than your social media platforms, you're in trouble. We saw that today. We all encountered the downtime of Facebook and Instagram. For those of you that did not encounter it, bless you. But here, I
mhm,
mean, our team, we had messages going through every one of our communities and private communities saying, "Hey guys, your virtual assistant's not flaking. Nobody has access." Um, but again, this is the importance of having a system such as this. It allows you to maintain constant contact. It allows you to even see, like, prime example, Alex, check this out. I can see the last time that someone has been interacting within, like, my clients and my team. So prime example, if I go into Digital Flow Solutions, and I can see the last time Nisi or Janine read a message or was active in the client portal, I can see any of the last engagement based on the up to the minute, up to the second. If you opened something, I know you opened it. So it not only gives me access to you, it shows me your habits as well, right? If I send you an email at 2 o'clock on a Thursday and I see that you consistently open my emails 5 days later, now you're showing me a way that I can target market you as a client. So this is why I say, like, having a CRM is mind blowing. So for
Yeah.
those of you, I'm gonna just give a word of advice. For those of you that have large followings on social media, for those of you that have a product or a service that you provide as a business owner, you need access to your clients. Social media is amazing. It's an opportunity to get the word out, but you need to have access for that what if or that in case or oh my goodness moment where you now don't have access to that account or those individuals. So by pulling them into your own CRM system, which is we give you we'll show you how to do that. Very easy. You can click the link below or click the da da da, and you can get their info. You can get them to voluntarily input their information, and now you have access to them in your own personal CRM. Your CRM is backed up. Every so often, your team goes in and pulls a backup of all of your contacts. Keep it in a file. Like, this is the stuff that CRMs are made for. It's so that you always have communication for your team. You not communication for your team, for your clients, for your team. You have communication and a way to access your client base. Again, I can't even imagine how our friend did today. This individual has over millions of followers, millions, millions. And the only way they can effectively communicate with these individuals is by the social media platforms. When they came to us, I was like, this is not going to work. You've got potential in a lot of things. You're an influencer. You're creating product for yourself. You're doing all of this stuff, but you have no access to your customer base in the event that Facebook, TikTok, YouTube just decides that they're just going to stop working today. You've
Yeah.
missed a whole day of opportunity to market.
Yeah, definitely. I think
Mm.
it's it's really interesting because, okay, let's say for instance, when even if you say, okay, since we are getting the social media visitors appearing on DFS, what if the social
Uh-huh.
media shuts down? Now that is where things like a feature like workflow comes in. Like for instance, if you text
Right.
CRM to the number as displayed on the screen, if we
407
do,
809
yeah, if we do not have your email, automatically you will get a message saying, hey, fill out this contact form so you can get the explainer PDF. It's as simple as that. So once you fill out that form, automatically it is built out that the results from the form auto populate and create your name, your phone number, and your email saved in
Right.
our system before you now get the explainer PDF. So right now, even if you're texting us from social media, we now have your email, we now have your phone number and your name. So what
Mhm.
if let's say the Facebook and the Instagram shuts down? We have your email. We switch to email marketing, which is one of our features. So that is the backup that we're kind of talking
Right.
about. So yeah, that is just being able to utilize the CRM smartly, as a backup to all your social media.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something I think we need to build out something on that too. I'm gonna probably do some stuff with that because I think a lot of people, when they get into the process of using a truly all encompassed CRM such as DFS, I think they're gonna see the opportunities. Like for us, we find new ways to do different things every day. Um,
Yeah.
like we literally find a way to do new things every day, and I'm like, oh guys, do you know that we can do this, that, and the other? Prime example, Alex. I'm gonna tell on myself. right? I talked about the opportunities or pipelines, right?
Mm-hmm.
How we weren't effectively using them. So now that we're using them, I can finish a consultation. I'm gonna use Joanne. I can finish a consultation with Joanne. I can literally be on this consultation call with her. Like right now, guys, I have 3 screens. I'm looking at y'all in a screen here. I got one here and I got one here, right? So when I'm consulting with someone, I always tend to have their on my left side, I always tend to have Digital Flow Solutions up and that person's account information up in front of me. The reason being is so that if there's a handoff that needs to be done, I can do it within my CRM. So I can literally go in that system and say, hey, Alex, please, I can put a title on it and say, uh, Joanne needs 5 phone numbers before the end of next week. I can literally assign it to Alex and then I can put a due date on it. Alex is automatically notified internally. I don't have to send Alex a text message. So a lot of times you all will see if you're ever consulting or having a call with me, I'm always head down or typing or looking at a different screen because I'm putting things in action with my team. So it helps you to keep processes organized and tasks also. You can delegate tasks within the CRM. That's something that we're using. I think Alex, you were out last week, Monday and Tuesday. And what I did is we had a live on Tuesday and somebody asked for something. And I immediately pulled up my screen and I sent you a task, even though you were off. But in that, again, it was just so I didn't forget or Alex didn't forget. But when he comes back to work, guess what's on his dashboard?
The
Tasks that need
text.
to be completed. So these are things that you're always going to learn. And as CRMs, and what I love about Digital Flow Solutions is it encompasses everything. And it's like the benefit to me, it's beneficial for the person that has a remote worker or a virtual assistant, or if you've got 20 employees in your regular office, right? It doesn't matter. You can utilize so many of these features to to hand off products or services or things within within your business process. So I'm telling you, Alex, if one day we'll be on this thing for like 7 hours if we ever had to just go from page to page on what this system can do. But let's talk
Definitely.
about this. So the social media planner not only consists of Facebook and Instagram, it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Google My Business, and they're integrating now YouTube. So YouTube Shorts is coming, and you'll be able to not only just create social media posts from those. So no longer do you need the subscription of Hootsuite or all those other subscriptions. You get it in your DFS in your CRM. What this also allows for you to do is to set up a content planner. So, prime example, my virtual assistant for the Angela Denise Foundation works Mondays and Tuesdays on all social media planning. So, the goal is to get us ahead by a couple of days, weeks, however far you can, to get social media ongoing, scheduled, planned out so that we can deal with other things, right? So, that's what I also love about this system. Email marketing is a whole nother amazing feature. Being able to send out campaigns or boost large emails through every individual within your CRM is a capability that you have with no limitations. You let us know what type of vigorous marketing you'll be providing, and that'll help us to um, assess the number of or how this is all because there's approvals that have to go in on the back end too, right? Our government does make us accountable for email marketing and even SMS marketing. So our team is going to work on the back end to make sure that you have the necessary approvals so that you can do those email marketing blasts on a consistent basis and you're not spamming and being, disrespectful of the federal laws and guidelines. But with that said, the email marketing piece is mwah. It gives you access to everything. You can see when the message was open, how many people moved on to the next step. It gives you that consistency and being able to follow up and follow through with those individuals. So email marketing, love it, love it, love it. And you listen, we've had a CRM prior to coming to Digital Flow Solutions that charged us ample amount of money once we went to a certain number of campaigns. If we went over that, we had to pay like $1 per campaign or something ridiculous. And that gets very pricey when you've got thousands of people in your CRM. But long story short, we do have some more questions. So let's go back to the questions. This is a
Yeah.
90-minute conversation. We're at an hour and 19 minutes, Alex. My goodness. If you have any questions, we'll just hold here and just answer some questions. So go ahead and put your questions in the chat on our Instagram feed. If you have any questions, or if you're interested in scheduling a a call with us to see what Digital Flow Solutions is all about and how it can work in your business, let us know by texting CRM to 407 809 8215. Again, that number is 407 809 8215. And you're going to text the phrase CRM to our amazing team, and we'll get you on the calendar to see how we can help. Um, so Miss Campbell asks, can Inbox Innovator have two phone lines? I have local and long distance numbers. You can have as many phone lines as you want. If you need 20, no problem. But yeah, it's totally up to you how many phone numbers you need. You can definitely have more than one phone number attached to your account. So that is not a problem. Oh, wow. Tom said, I've set up my opportunities in the CRM. I'm ready to set up a consultation. So yeah, Tom, go ahead. And Alex, let's put in, if you can just even look him up and just get him on the calendar. This week, I don't have any more space. It'll have to be early next week. Probably Tuesday, I think, but my calendar is full for the rest of the week. So if you can get Tom on the calendar, let's do that. Let's see. Any questions? Anybody else? Oh, this is a good one. Spreadsheet versus CRM. Got it. I see somebody. Oh, somebody put cram instead of CRM. See, I'm getting it on my phone. So somebody just my watch. Somebody just did it. So make sure you put CRM. But Alex, if you can check that person that just put in the you can modify that for the workflow.
Yeah.
CRM versus a spreadsheet. You really gonna do this to me, Nisi? Miss Campbell, you really gonna do this to me today? CRM versus spreadsheet. Wow. A spreadsheet is just that, a spreadsheet. What can you do from a spreadsheet? Can you automatically send out a mass email from a spreadsheet? No. Can you communicate with this individual from a spreadsheet? If you put the hyperlinks and all that amazing stuff and tie in everything into Microsoft and do all of that stuff, yeah, you can, but who has the time to do that, right? A CRM again is going to allow you to have consistent communication with this individual or a person. Let me see if I can get a screen up. Give me a second here, Alex. I'm going to see without booting anybody out of here. Let me see. I think Angela Denise Foundation is probably the quietest one that I can probably use for this. A CRM is just, it's like, that's like trying to compare apples to oranges, right? You really cannot compare a CRM to a spreadsheet. But what you can do is you can back up your contacts in your CRM to a spreadsheet if you want to, or upload those contacts from a spreadsheet into your CRM. But for the most part, it's all about, again, it's a customer relationship management system. You're not going to be able to maintain or nurture or cultivate any type of relationship from a spreadsheet, right? A spreadsheet is just for informational purposes. You know, throw in some formulas, you may be able to do a few things the here and there. But with that CRM, you're able to keep consistent communication with that individual. And it's still in one place. It's there. You can see it. I'm gonna pick on Nisi if I can find her in the system. Give me a second. without taking so long. But Alex, what would you say? What are your thoughts between CRM versus a spreadsheet? That's a hard. That's a tough pill
Yeah,
to
I
swallow
think
right there. It's kind of hard.
yeah for a spreadsheet, I'll say a spreadsheet is just to kind of store your information, but the CRM is more like something that is active. You can utilize it to perform different tasks. You can use it to automate as well. Like, yeah, you can use it to automate messages, like what I talked about, the chat widget earlier, where people can contact you through your website, and then a particular message goes out to them, like the missed call, text back, all these other features. These are features that comes with a CRM. It helps to manage your customer relationship. Like what I said earlier, we are big on client experience. What do
Yeah.
clients experience when they come to your business? Your business, when they come to it, there are different mediums through which people can contact your business. It could be through your website, it could be through your social media, it could be through the chat widget, it could be through like different platforms. So what a CRM does is it's able to pull information, all this information to one place, and you're able to automate what you want your clients to see when they come to you through this different platform, if they are the same thing or if they are different things. So these are all the possibilities that is why it is called customer relationship management. But for a
Exactly.
spread, most times, most clients that we get that need a CRM like Digital Flow Solutions, they end up importing their CSV file. Yeah, they end up importing their spreadsheet into DFS in order to have that contact, so that when they have those contacts from there, they can start performing the different tasks, the email marketing, whatever they want to do with them. But yeah,
Oh, I loved
spreadsheet
it. Yes.
spreadsheet is great, but CRM is like something entirely different. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell on Nisi. I'm telling on you. So here is the back end of Digital Flow Solutions, and this is the importance of a CRM, right? Nisi, this is your account in my system. So I'm telling on you real quick. So what this allows me to do is exactly this. Nisi, I'm gonna send you a text message. Hey girl, I want you to put in the chat when you receive this message, and I want you to go ahead and respond. Okay, this is what a CRM allows for me to do. I can not only just send you a message, but I can do a whole bunch of other things within your system, within the back end. I can add you to a completely different workflow. If you're interested in DFS or stuff like that, I can now tag you in different things and really gear my marketing efforts or even my continued communication with you, right? I can literally keep it all here. See, Nisi, you ain't gonna text me back. That's how you gonna do. So, but this is what it is, and it's on point at the moment. You can see this stuff as it happens, right? Um, Again, it gives you access. Alex can open up his screen and he's gonna see the exact same thing. So any member of my team can communicate with that client as they come into the system. So it's not all of us trying to figure out, oh, well, who's going to respond to such and such, or who's going to respond to such and such. Alex, go in from your end real quick and just send
Okay.
Nisi a text, because I want people to see that as the owner of a business, I can now see which member of my team. Nisi doesn't know if I sent her this message or if Alex sent her this message. But Alex is getting ready to send Nisi a text. Make sure it's an SMS. I'm in you'll see which one I'm in, but you'll be able to see who's communicating with your client, right? And let's say Alex sends some rogue message to Nisi. I'm gonna be able to say, Alex, what was that? Like, who told you to do that? Um, like that's not the message we want to send, but it gives you that ability to kind of look and see what's going on with people. So prime example, see, Nisi just text us back. Well, thank you, ma'am. But this is what happens in that system. And Alex is going to send her a message as well. But you'll now see, and look, it's on my watch as well. So I just got the message that you responded even on my watch. So I know what's happening within my business. So prime example, clients don't have to wait for a response from me. I can respond from my cell phone. I can respond from my Apple Watch. I can respond from my laptop. My team can respond on my behalf, or I can throw in some automations and workflows that may say, Nisi text CRM to Digital Flow Solutions. Now she's in a workflow. So I don't even need to respond because there's an automation that's working in the background that keeps the information going towards you. So it's, again, keeping that customer intrigued, involved in the process of whatever service or business or operation you're running. That is the importance of a CRM. You are maintaining a relationship with your customer. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. I got to pick on Nisi and I got to show your account, Nisi. So that's literally what that does. So again, it's just crazy how much a CRM benefits any business, any, business owner. This is it's I can't even express how it helps. So KY says, how is business privacy maintained? Again, let's unpack that, because I want you to, if you're talking about the information of the individual that's in your system, is that between your virtual assistant, or like what, when you're asking? Yeah, so talk to me about that, KY. I want to know, because you're asking privacy maintained. The privacy of every business, again, we've got privacy policies all over our websites, and those are the policies that we stand behind. We do not share people's information. Sorry, Nisi, I shared yours, but no, I'm just joking. But no, like, you didn't see none of Nisi's personal information. All you saw was dialogue between Nisi and myself just now, right? But again, it's setting a standard. If you're talking about, I'm going to answer this twofold. So if you're talking about the information that's being shared between your virtual assistant and your business, again, you have those parameters. Virtual assistants are professionals, right? And that's why we utilize VA 101 to help us vet and source the correct virtual assistant that knows the importance of what we need and what we're looking for in regards to privacy. We have non-disclosures. You have your virtual assistant file a non-disclosure. This is a business. You are running a true business, just as you will have anybody coming into your business. If you are if you are very leery of information breaches, you make sure you have those individuals on non-disclosure agreements. So we do the same thing at VA 101 and in any of our businesses. Let me go back. I'm missing my peeps on. There we go. I started missing the peeps on Instagram. So yeah, so you want to make sure that you have those things in place. When it comes to the business privacy aspect of it, from a CRM standpoint, I don't have to give my team member or my employees all access to everything within my CRM. I can limit what accesses they have, who they can communicate with, what they can do within my CRM. So that's another amazing thing too. You don't have to give people all access to all things. I can say, you know what? Alex is working for VA 101 Digital Flow Solutions and Forston Consultants. Alex doesn't need access to the Angela Denise Foundation. Why should I give him more work? Right? So he doesn't have to have that access. Or he may have certain clients that are within the Angela Denise Foundation that he needs access to. So I give him the access. Right? So it's all about what privacies you're talking about, KY. But definitely there is a bit availability. He said, I'm on board, Shay. My VA will reach out tomorrow. Definitely get him to connect with Alex and get on the calendar. Here we go. When in the CRM, sending multiple emails. Oh, I love this question. Listen, Tom, you don't even know what happened to Derek and I yesterday. We got an email from this company that does some huge stuff in our area. And guess what? They sent it just a basic generic email. Wasn't from a CRM. It was from somebody's desk. And they just went and started adding all people to the messages. 480 people in this email campaign, in this actual email. And I have access to every last one of them. The first thing I did this morning was had a call with my virtual assistant and said, these are people that we all need to know from a business standpoint. Put them in my CRM. So when sending messages through a CRM and you are sending out mass messages, they go to individuals as individuals. Correct. That is what happens. You do not attach all 480 other people that did not need you to have their email in that email. So correct. This all goes out privately. Not everybody knows that this was a mass email. You can create different integrations within the copy of that email to where each individual that is being identified or spoken to, as long as they are in your system, they are identified by their name. So the email is personalized and may say, "Hi, Tom, this is Shay from Forston Consultants, blah, 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 blah." But Nisi's going to open her message and is going to say, "Hey, Nisi, this is Shay at Forston Consultants," and blah, 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 blah. So it personalizes the experience for every person that you communicate with. It doesn't look like you just sent out this mass email to everybody. You can personalize it. So absolutely. I love the fact that Tom asked this question because we literally had this situation happen yesterday. And this was a whole conversation first thing this morning, Alex. You missed it. I
Yeah.
had Jess, Latrell, we had a whole meeting this morning about this specific incident because it was, and a lot of people don't see it like that, right? Derek and I saw this email. We were like, oh my goodness. You know, people pay for emails.
Yeah.
People pay
People
for
do.
emails, y'all. So just think about that. So if you can cause that, now this kind of goes in turn with the business privacy, right? Like that KY was asking. That is a privacy breach. If I did not want my email was on it, a couple of my emails were on it. A couple of my email addresses, you know, for each business was literally on this email. And I'm like, oof. But again, like that's a privacy thing that you're now with a CRM, you know, can provide for your clients, is that privacy, that their email and their information won't be leaked out because of, you know, sending mass messages. And that's something that we do in that, you know, making sure that we're following those Fed guidelines when we create your account and set you up to send out mass emails and stuff of that nature. So yes, Tom, you are right on board with that. All right. You all know I'm not. You don't have to be techie. The virtual assistant gets all of that information. That's why we tell y'all, if y'all have a virtual assistant and you are going to partner with Digital Flow Solutions for a CRM, this is a very well in, like, it is a depth of a CRM. And our team is their partner, right? If they have issues, you heard Alex speak about it earlier. If someone has questions, he grows and thrives by doing what? Teaching and training. So again, this is why we have developed this team of competent individuals, developers that'll assist you in getting your system up and running and working well for your business. So you don't have to worry about being techie. You just have to be trainable and be willing to want to learn what this system can do for you and how it can benefit your business. That's with anything, right? You don't have to be the techiest individual in the world. I see Derek's probably joining us. He's spying on me, Alex, from a different device on a different platform. I see him. Yes, I'm still here live, Mr. Forston. But yeah, again, you want to involve yourself as much as possible in the understanding of what your system can do for you, so that way you can utilize it and really nurture those relationships that you've worked so hard to obtain, right? And get people to either purchase your product, go with your service, or whatever it is that you're providing them. So KY asked, yes, we do provide training for our VAs with Digital Flow Solutions, 110%. Our 297 plan actually comes with a virtual assistant. You do not have to pay for a sourcing fee. We bless you with that virtual assistant that will come fully, trained by our team and have access to our team as your own personal developer or assistant in that. I got the hiccups in that particular in that package. But yes, and anybody that has a virtual assistant, our goal is to make sure that this is a seamless transition and that you are truly getting the best benefit out of the system So we do train on the system. So yes, that's I mean, dang. Any last questions? I know we talked it's an hour and 39 minutes, Alex. I think we've given a lot of information. Let's
Yeah,
tell people how
definitely.
they can connect with us. So give them the information on how they can connect with us to set up that assessment call with Digital Flow Solutions. If they want a virtual assistant or if they want to merge the two together, how we can make that happen. Let's tell them how it's done.
Yeah, definitely. So if you want to directly get a message that contains the summary of everything, which is the explainer PDF link to book a strategy call, the web form to fill if you want our website services, so that this web form is gonna enable us to get some information about your business, and like it will help us navigate during the business assessment call. So you can just text the word CRM. It's an all-inclusive message, so you get all the details to that. So it's that easy. You can also visit our website on digitalflowsolution.net. I'm gonna put it in the chat so you can see it as well. And from there, you can go to pricing and you can connect with us. Yeah, through the button there.
Yeah, so I'm putting it in Instagram because the Instagram chat doesn't go across. So give me a second, Alex.
Oh, Instagram is still live. I
It's
thought this
live.
was
Yeah, it didn't. So the past couple of days, it hasn't been kicking us off. Usually, I'm like, "Go, come to YouTube, come to YouTube." But last week it did every day. It only gave us an hour and it booted us off. But we've been live and we've been holding. So we're at an hour and 41, and our Instagram family's still here. So yep. So we've been.
well.
I guess they've done something to modify that. But yeah, if you would like to set up a free strategy call for business assessment, excuse me, with Digital Flow Solutions, don't be afraid. Go ahead and text that information. Text the letter CRM, C as in customer, R in relationship, M as in management, to 407-809-8215. Let's get on a call. Let me show you what the back end of this system can really do. And let's talk about ways that we can implement it in your business. And you can literally see, while before even ending that free call, my time I will dedicate to you to show you the possibilities for your business. A CRM is such an amazing addition to any business or any entrepreneur's arsenal of being able to keep communication effective and build and nurture and literally get people to the purchase line, whether it's a sales business or service business, whether you're a coach, whether you're, if you're even, you can use Digital Flow Solutions for anything. I've got people that are investors that are utilizing it as their tenant source, where they're setting up private accounts for their tenants now, and their tenants can share information. They can pay their rental invoices. Like, I'm seeing people utilize Digital Flow Solutions for any and all niches. So don't get locked in for just hearing what we do and how we utilize it. Come on, get that call. Let us sit down. Let's look at your industry, your entity, and let's see how Digital Flow Solutions and what tier of the system will work best for you. Um, yeah, I'm any last questions? I'm giving the last call for last questions, and I'm gonna send a message to Instagram. So Alex, go ahead and give your salutations while I'm doing the last little roundup on on Instagram.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's been a great night. This is the first time I've been on the live without Mr. Derek, so it's been a great tag team with you, Michelle, and I'm happy we've been able to hit different points, and we've been able to talk
Absolutely.
about the different features on DFS and how this can be a game changer for businesses, for the 21st century businesses, how important it is for us, how we have been utilizing it ourselves, because we are not trying to we're not trying to sell what we are not using. How it's been able to cut down our expenses in terms of subscription, monthly
Yeah.
subscription on different platforms. So we've been able to touch these different areas, and yeah, I'm glad, and I just hope that God is gonna touch the heart of people to see how important this is. Yeah,
Yeah.
beyond the money. I mean, like it's gonna help boost your business. It's gonna, and this is our satisfaction. This is what we pride on. Like you can see by Joanne that DFS has helped
Yeah.
her with our VA, and this, I mean, that makes us happy. That makes us feel like, okay, we're doing something right. So
Yeah.
I mean, I believe that, yeah, put God first, get a virtual assistant, like Mr. Derek would say, put God first, get a virtual assistant,
Yeah.
and then integrate a leading CRM. So yeah, that is great.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Alex, it is always a pleasure. Alex is like my brother from another mother. We just, like I said, I enjoy having these opportunities to work with our team of virtual assistants, and I want people to experience that same opportunity. Partner with va101.co, and you can have a brother like me. I got a brother in Nigeria, guys. His name's Alex, and we just so happen to do amazing work together, him and my family. And we, like I said, this is amazing, and I love it. If you are interested in a virtual assistant for your business endeavors, reach out to va101.co. Put that one in the chat too, Alex. Va101.co, where we source we source and vet virtual assistants for your business needs. Our team will go to work for you to find the right competent individual to bring on board for your business to help take it to the next level. For our solopreneurs, our full-time employees, as well as our full-time entrepreneurs, why not make that synergy just something magical that does amazing for your business and all of what you need to have that person that can really help push the vision of what you're building. So va101.co. And then for Tom has one more question that I am going to answer. The question I have about multiple emails, does that work? Yes, it does work the same for text messages. A campaign is a campaign no matter how you send it. It will be private and personalized. Yes, yes, and yes. So with that being said, I am Shay Forston, and I am the co-founder of VA 101 and Digital Flow Solutions. We want you all to join us and allow us the opportunity to see your businesses grow, scale, and go to the next level, the same way ours has by the utilization of software and systems and virtual assistants. Not only do we have virtual assistants, we have friends. We've got family. Our virtual assistants become a part of everything that we build, and we enjoy doing life with our VAs, right? I wouldn't trade it in for the world, even though Derek had to bring me into the VA space kicking and screaming because I was not too comfortable with it. But now I cannot, I wouldn't want anything better. I wouldn't want anything more. So again, guys, this has been a great night. I hope we have not given you information overload, but if we did, I'm sure it was great. For those that have joined us on Instagram and Facebook, if you want to watch the full replay, come on over to Forston Consultants on YouTube. So it's YouTube, and it's at Forston Consultants with an S on the end. Follow us, like, share, subscribe. Get this information out. And if you are not already and you've enjoyed this information and you want to become an affiliate, where you can now go and tell people that you yourself have your own virtual assistant staffing agency. And sorry, my computer's doing the little robotic thing again. If you want to tell people that you have your own virtual assistant staffing agency, go to va101.co, va101.co, and become an affiliate. And you can go ahead and not only provide people that you know that are in need of a virtual assistant or some assistance or help with a virtual assistant, you can actually gain some income off of it, right? We do provide great compensation for those that utilize that affiliate link to be able to, in turn, make some extra bucks for yourself. So again, it's been a great room. It's been a great information session. Alex, I want to thank you, sir. Boom. It's
Thank
been
you.
great. And again, we don't leave without prayer. So I'm going to pray us out, and we'll see you here on Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, where Derek and myself will be discussing. Oh, I may not be here on Saturday, but Derek will be. I have an event for a partner in the community. They're being presented notify the commissioner something special. So I'm going to try and be in attendance for the Forston Consultant team. So Forston Consultants team. But with that said, it has been a great night. And let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you so much for this amazing opportunity to come and share what you have so graciously given us. Father, as we have poured out this information, I want to first and foremost thank you for allowing us to speak to your people. Father, I pray that this has given them an opportunity to realize that things that they need for their business to take it to the next level is accessible, Lord, that they have access, Lord. So, Father, I pray right now that you would open doors for them, Lord, Father God, to enter into these opportunities that we talked about today, whether it's a virtual assistant, whether it's a system that can help them get the word out about that thing that you've placed in their heart. So, Father, I pray that every obstacle that has plagued them or has been before them, Lord, is cast down now, and that you will open doors in this season for them to do great and mighty things through the businesses and the ideas that you have given them. Father, we just thank you again for allowing us to be used by you. Father, we made a promise to you that anything that you give us, we will freely give and share. And today, Father, we've done that. And I ask that you be pleased with it, Lord. Let it be an offering to you, Lord, that is so pleasing to you. So, Father, today we just thank you for each and every person under the sound of our voice, every person that will watch the replay. Father, I pray that you will continue to guide them, keep them, cover them, give them ideas, give them visions, give them dreams to not only fulfill their financial obligations, Lord, but to truly magnify and impact your kingdom. And Father, we'll be sure to give you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we could ever ask and think, according to his power that worketh in us. Amen. Have a blessed night, and God bless
Amen.
you all. See you next time, everybody.
Bye, everyone.